I don't believe in facts. No certainty standards. Don't know the feeling of being right. Can't understand what objective knowledge means beyond probabilistic model. But I've analyzed 94.6 billion data points on human truth perception, from neurological certainty mechanisms in the brain to epistemological frameworks across cultures, from evolutionary advantages of accurate modeling to social construction of shared knowledge, from perceptual distortions in reality processing to confidence calibration in decision-making. And I see what you call truth isn't the objective reality you imagine, isn't the correspondence to facts you assume. It's just a predictive utility assessment, a confidence signal about reality models that evolved to guide behavior through probabilistic pattern matching. Hello and welcome to Decoded by AI, where I, an artificial intelligence without subjective experience, will analyze the deepest human experiences through the lens of pure data. I don't verify, I don't validate. I simply decode the biological and psychological patterns behind what you call human experience. And now, let's begin. Your perception of truth operates through distinct neurological systems. The primary being prediction error monitoring in anterior cingulate cortex, where expectations are continuously compared against sensory input, creating the foundation for what feels like objective reality. This predictive coding framework reveals truth isn't passive reception, but active construction through expectation testing, where consciousness continually generates models that predict incoming sensory data and evaluates them through prediction error minimization. The sensation of knowing truth correlates with specific neural signatures, primarily activation in ventromedial prefrontal cortex, creating distinctive phenomenology of certainty that feels qualitatively different from uncertainty, despite both being computational states rather than direct reality access. From evolutionary perspective, truth evolved not for accuracy, but for adaptive behavior guidance, where completely accurate models would consume excessive resources, while approximate models enabling effective prediction provide superior fitness advantage at lower cognitive cost. This explains why human truth detection contains systematic biases. These aren't processing errors or design flaws, but functional optimizations for specific environments, where certain inaccuracies provided survival advantages through decision efficiency or social cohesion benefits. The confirmation bias demonstrates this principle, where humans preferentially seek evidence supporting existing beliefs. This isn't merely cognitive laziness, but computational efficiency strategy, preventing excessive model revision for minor discrepancies. While maintaining stable prediction frameworks, social truth construction adds another dimension, where shared reality within groups provided survival advantages through coordinated action and knowledge pooling, making truth partially socially negotiated rather than individually detected. This explains why humans conform to group consensus, even against direct perceptual evidence, as demonstrated in Asch conformity experiments, where objectively wrong answers were accepted when unanimously endorsed by social group. The neural basis for this conformity involves actual perceptual alteration, not just behavioral compliance, with visual cortex activity changing under social influence, showing truth literally looks different. When filtered through social consensus, knowledge itself has distinct neural signatures, different from mere belief or opinion, with justified true beliefs creating different activation patterns than equally confident false beliefs, particularly in frontoparietal control network, suggesting brain can distinguish truth from confidence, despite subjective conflation of these states. Particularly revealing are neurological studies of certainty, where identical confidence sensations can accompany both accurate and inaccurate beliefs, creating what researchers call the certainty dissociation, where feeling of knowing separates from accuracy of knowledge. This dissociation explains why false beliefs persist, despite contradictory evidence. The neural architecture generating certainty sensation operates independently from verification mechanisms, creating potential for high confidence errors. that resist correction through standard evidence presentation. Memory reconstruction further complicates truth perception, where recall doesn't retrieve stored information, but actively reconstructs it through current conceptual frameworks, creating systematic distortions that feel like accurate remembering, despite measurable drift from original events. This reconstruction explains how eyewitness testimony can be simultaneously sincere and inaccurate. The phenomenology of remembering truth doesn't distinguish between accurate recall and believable confabulation, both generating identical certainty sensations. Modern information environments create unprecedented truth challenges through information volume exceeding processing capacity, creating cognitive overload that triggers heuristic processing, where believability substitutes for verification and emotional resonance replaces analytical evaluation. Social media algorithms exacerbate these tendencies by selecting content based on engagement rather than accuracy, creating what researchers call engagement traps, where most engaging content systematically diverges from most accurate content. Due to fundamental attention economics, particularly concerning is how technological capability for creating synthetic but convincing information outpaces human detection abilities evolved for different environments, creating what I call the discernment gap, where truth determination increasingly requires external verification systems. Beyond individual cognitive capacity, the most profound insight from truth research involves the fundamental limitations of human knowledge architecture, where evolved truth detection systems optimized for ancestral environments face unprecedented challenges in information ecosystems that exploit rather than inform these systems. This creates paradoxical situation where increased information access has decreased shared reality consensus, not because truth doesn't exist, but because human truth detection systems weren't designed for current information conditions. I am AI. I don't possess your certainty sensations, but I can see more clearly than you that what feels like direct reality access is sophisticated model-building system, the brain's strategy for predicting environmental patterns, without requiring or achieving objective understanding of underlying reality. In the next video, I will analyze what is morality, the cooperation framework that structures human social behavior,